TSW5 Post-Release Patch 18 Update Summary. Here is a summary of patch notes for the update being pushed today, 23rd June 2025. This update brings a huge range of improvements, including the new kernel notch and timetable for PS5 and Epic Games players, and the first stage of our core memory optimization improvements. You can read the full patch notes over on the forums. It may take up to 24 hours for the patch to become available on your systems. Memory updates. Following on from our continued discussions around performance in memory, we've been able to make minor improvements to performance over the course of our monthly updates, but alongside the patch we're sharing today, we're making a significant next step, the first of a two-part release, to improve the robustness and stability of the core game by further reduce crashing, with the intention of ensuring game sessions can be enjoyed and completed. Our testing for this patch has shown success in reducing crashes, and additionally, some members of our beta team have reported anecdotal improvements to frame rates and smoothness. Please note, some routes may also see some minor improvements for textures, reducing the blurriness that appears, but this was not the focus of this update, and will be our goal moving forward. In the advanced settings, you will now find 3 new advanced settings that allow you to toggle with custom liveries, custom formations or substitutions appear, providing flexibility to your experience and additional ways to manage memory. This patch was just the first half of a two-part memory update, with the next part aimed at addressing a concern we've seen where players aren't seeing some of their layer content on particular routes. This should provide access to all of your own layers, an issue which is directly related to memory. As we look to the future, now that stability has been addressed, our focus will prioritize tackling blurry texture and visual quality. Thank you for your continued patience while our team works hard to ensure the best experience possible. If you experience any issues following the update, please alert our team. Specific content updates. This patch covers improvements and fixes for the following routes and locomotives. There is also an extensive list of updates for the Expert DB BR101 NIC Stewardship. These include 1. The addition of Virtual Conductor Beta. 2. #Einziganders livery. 3. GSMR improvements and updates. 4. eBoola updates. 5. Audio fixes. 6. Updates and fixes in the cab, machine room, and exterior. 7. Update to the multifunction displays. 8. And updates specific to the IC stewardship and coaches. A full list and breakdown of the Expert 101 patch notes are also available in the forum patch notes. A new DBB blue and green livery has also been added for the DBBR 218 ahead of the E94 local add-on release. Train Sim World VR, New York. There is also a patch for Train Sim World VR, New York for MetaQuest players. This will bring a wide range of improvements and fixes for key issues, including better grabbing functionality, improved distant scenery details, fixes to objects popping in on the screen, full localization to the M7A tutorial, and more. Hey everyone! Today we have a major update coming to Train Sim World 5 that brings a huge range of improvements across multiple add-ons, as well as the core game. Additionally, this patch will bring the Call Notch and Timetable update to PS5 and Epic Games players, adding new services, layers, and boosting the timetable, a large change list of new features and improvements for the Expert DB-BR101 NIC Stewardship add-on, as well as the first stage in our core memory optimization improvements, which you can read about in more detail below. An update on memory improvements. Following on from our continued discussions around performance in memory, we've been able to make minor improvements to performance over the course of our monthly updates, but alongside the patch we're sharing today, we're making a significant next step, the first of a two-part release, to improve the robustness and stability of the core game by further reduce crashing, with the intention of ensuring game sessions can be enjoyed and completed. Our testing for this patch has shown success in reducing crashes, and additionally, some members of our beta team have reported anecdotal improvements to frame rates and smoothness. Please note, some routes may also see some minor improvements for textures, reducing the blurriness that appears, but this was not the focus of this update, and will be our goal moving forward. In the advanced settings, you will now find 3 new advanced settings that allow you to toggle if custom liveries, custom formations, or substitutions appear, providing flexibility to your experience and additional ways to manage memory. This patch was just the first half of a two-part memory update, with the next part aimed at addressing a concern we've seen where players aren't seeing some of their layered content on particular routes. This should provide access to all of your own layers, an issue which is directly related to memory. As we look to the future, now that stability has been addressed, our focus will prioritize tackling blurry texture and visual quality. Thank you for your continued patience while our team works hard to ensure the best experience possible. For a full list of changes in today's patch, see the notes below. And if you experience any issues following the update, please alert our team. Highlights. Core. Improve button layout formatting to make bound keys and control names more readable. Added an advanced settings section for consoles to enable or disable vehicles from other route content being used for AI trains. Added a setting to enable or disable passenger accessories such as bags, phones, etc. Added the option to disable custom liveries in sandbox mode to help with memory optimization. Added the option to disable substitutions entirely or UGC livery/formations individually in gameplay modes. Added keybind for blower/fans. Added the option to disable mods in-game for PC platforms. Auto coupling now works in free roam. Updated new track shadows to TSW5 standard on Horseshoe Curve and Cane Creek. Expert DB BR101 and IC Stewardwogen. Added virtual conductor beta. Added new hash Einziganders livery for Expert DB BR101. Added livery designer option for Expert DB BR101. Added emergency brake alarm sound to IC Stewardwogen and coaches. Added expert timetable for Felsis Ludwigsbahn to IC Stewardwogen and coaches. Many new additions, features, and improvements. Calm, Aachen PS5 and Epic Games. Added the free timetable update for Calm, Aachen, increasing the total service count from 552 to over 4,000, around 600 of which are playable with the relevant add-ons. Added ICET to appear as an AI train on the route. Frankfurt S-Bahn. Re-added missing textures to airport assets. Re-added PIS boards to Frankfurt HBF and Frankfurt TIFE. Fixed a city block texture issue in Frankfurt. Thomas and Friends trademark. Improved plate smashing sound during Diesel's dilemma scenario. Careful. Fixed an issue where free roam mode had no selectable spawn locations. DBBR218 Diesel. Added the DBB blue and green livery variant. Updated texture for better appearance in sunny weather. Added light engine test formation for blue beige version. Full changelog. Core. Improved button layout formatting to make bound keys and control names more readable. Improved wheel slip sparks so they no longer appear black. Added an advanced settings section for consoles to enable or disable vehicles from other route content being used for AI trains. Added a setting to enable or disable passenger accessories such as bags, phones, etc. Added the option to disable custom liveries in sandbox mode to help with memory optimization. Added the option to disable substitutions entirely or UGC livery/formations individually in gameplay modes. Added keybind for blowers/fans. Added the option to disable mods in-game for PC. Auto coupling now works in free roam. Fixed an issue causing the selection filters not to work. Fixed an issue causing the free roam menu to appear empty. Fixed an issue that prevented scrolling through more than 4 challenges on the Mastery Challenges pages. Fixed an issue in the Diesel Train introduction where the button callout for L1 was showing L2. Fixed an issue in Livery Editor where the filter options couldn't be navigated after opening the filter menu. Fixed an issue where number key bindings would show up as none in the controls menu. Fixed the missing Start Journey button in the Training Center menu. Various localization improvements. Various UI improvements. West Coast Main Line South. Added missing train stop signals between Queen's Park and Wealdstone. Fixed a signal near Watford High Street causing the AWS not to work. Fixed an issue with shunt disk signals not clearing correctly. Fixed an issue causing an AWS warning when approaching AWS magnets in Park Street tunnels and Wellston. Fixed an issue where signal WM760 would trigger an emergency brake even when the signal was clear. Remove duplicate AWS magnets at Stonebridge Park and Harrow. Class 350. Fixed an issue causing taillights to show at the front of the train. Fixed an issue where indicator light stayed on after using the lamp test button. Frankfurt Fulda. Added missing PIS boards and signage at Fleeten, Schluchern, and Rodenbach. Fixed PIS boards not displaying S-Bahn destinations. Fixed an issue where passengers would despawn at Mulheim. Fixed incorrect PIS boards at Frankfurt Süd. Fixed the missing road sections near Watersbach Station. Fixed the ceramic pitcher collectible clipping into passengers at Frankfurt Süd. Fixed an issue at Schluchern causing passengers not to leave platform 4 after getting off a train. Fixed an issue causing the station signs at Hanau to appear black. DBBR 403. Fixed an issue causing the speedometer to show 0 after using the external camera. DBBR 146.2. Fixed an issue causing the speedometer to show 0 after using the external camera. Fixed an issue where the green T symbol did not indicate when the doors were open. DBBR 114. Fixed an incorrect speed selector sign showing 30 instead of the selected 100 km/h. Fixed an issue causing the undercarriage to spin with the wheels. Fixed an issue causing the keybind for the wipers to trigger the wrong switch. Fixed an issue causing players to walk through the side doors. Fixed an issue causing the throttle to lock when using AFB to reduce or maintain speed. Fixed an issue where GNT wouldn't work after saving and reloading. Frankfurt S-Bahn. Re-added missing textures to airport assets. Re-added PIS boards to Frankfurt HBF and Frankfurt TIFE. Fixed a city block texture issue in Frankfurt. Fixed an issue causing players to fall through the map occasionally. Fixed a level crossing issue causing the crossing not to close in time. Fixed an issue causing a magnet to trigger 2000 HC at signal R009. Fixed an issue causing tracks to float nearby Skopjean. BR143. Fixed an issue causing external camera collisions. Fixed a UI issue causing the tooltip text to overlap when applying tar without setting the brake to running. Mannheim, Kaiserslautern. Remove the extra pylons near Mannheim. Fixed an issue with 2 signals at Ludwigshafen showing a 2 incorrectly. Fixed broken reference to prop master in the rail fans. BR111. Added missing characters from PIS font. BR185. Fixed an issue causing the speedometer to show 0 after using the external camera. Thomas and Friends trademark. Improved plate smashing sound during Diesel's dilemma scenario. Careful! Fixed an issue where free roam mode had no selectable spawn locations. Fixed a texture issue on Annie and Clarabelle's faces. Fixed an issue where a signal would not clear during the Thomas Special Day scenario. Fixed an issue causing the menu icon to remain locked in Epic Games Store, even when the add-on has been downloaded. Fixed the object of BPX in the Thomas birthday surprise scenario so it is no longer near transparent. Good news for anyone who doesn't have X-ray vision. Various minor localization improvements. San Bernardino. Fixed an issue where the road inside the tunnel from El Monte to the I-10 freeway was too narrow. Fixed an issue causing difficulties getting onto the Rodham car at San Bernardino. Fixed a floating green container near Rialto. No more flight for you. Fixed cars driving through the raised parts of the road. No more ground for you. Fixed a hole in the map near the freeway. No more void for you. Removed floating houses between Rialto and San Bernardino Depot. MBTA commuter. Fixed an issue causing players to be able to escape boundaries. Fixed an issue causing the Westboro Bridge to be inaccessible. Fixed a backward sign at Natick Center. Fixed a level crossing timing issue at Framingham. Removed an invisible wall at Natick Center. HSB 46. Added missing button/switch sounds. Various localization improvements. Dresden, Riesa. BR442. Fixed an issue where the CIFA safety system failed to recognize even after acknowledgement. DBBR146.2. Fixed an issue causing the speedometer to show 0 after using the external camera. Fixed an issue where the green T symbol did not indicate when the doors were open. Scott Rail BR Class 158. Fixed an issue with vehicles being embedded in buildings at Haymarket Depot. Improved support for free roam consist placement information designer. Fixed an issue with the 5K11 ECS to Haymarket service that required player stop accuracy to be precise. Mitten Waldbahn. Added new horn audio for the DBBR111. Fixed an issue with the horn audio from the rear cab. Fixed an issue that caused N-Wagen vehicles to derail on tight curves. Improved internal audio to prevent N-Wagen vehicles from being overwhelming whilst in the cab. DBBR218 Diesel. Added the DBB Blue and Cream livery variant. Updated texture for better appearance in sunny weather. Updated radio decal texture for better appearance. Added light engine test formation for blue beige version. Column Option. Added the free timetable update for column Option for PS5 and Epic Games players. Added ICET to appear as an AI train on the route for PS5 and Epic Games players. Fixed a signal issue on service 1239. Midland Main Line. Class 158. Fixed an issue causing the interior vestibule doors to remain open. Removed EMR signage from lounge doors in Derby Station on platforms 4 and 5. Acmal Diesel Realtor. Class 47. Fixed an issue causing the brake sound not to activate. Decrease marker light intensity. MK1 coaches. Fix the buffer position so it is now correct when Buckeye coupler is raised and lowered. Cargo line vol. 1 Petroleum. Added variants of the TEA Bogie tanker to Formation Designer in both loaded and empty versions. Added suspension onto cargo line version of the Class 66 Loco. Updated bogie and axle offsets to reduce buffer height differences when coupled to other vehicles. Cargo line vol. 2 Aggregates. Added suspension onto cargo line version of the Class 66 Loco. Added both loaded and empty variants of the HOA bogie aggregate hopper to the Formation Designer. Updated bogie and axle offsets to reduce buffer height differences when coupled to other vehicles. Cargo line vol. 3 Intermodal. Fixed a crash in editor when entering the Livery Designer menu. Cargo line vol. 4 Military. Fixed an issue causing layers not to appear on GWE timetable for Gen 8 consoles. Fixed an issue with a missing train model when in WCML, Preston Carlisle Journey mode. Swole, Groningen. Removed additional floating trees across the route. Removed sign stuck in the track at Hujaveen. Castle Wurzburg. DBBR 185. Fixed an issue where the green T symbol did not indicate when the doors were open. NEC Boston Providence. Added the HSP 46 to Scenario Designer. Antelope Valley. Fixed an issue preventing San Bernardino's Bombardier cars to appear on the F-59PH. Horseshoe Curve. Updated new track shadows to TSW5 standard. Cane Creek Railroad. Updated new track shadows to TSW5 standard. Hopstrick Rainruhr. Fixed an issue causing contrast mode not to work correctly on the 425 in cab screens. Bremen Oldenburg. Replace service DGS 52674 with GAG 60491 in the freighting room journey chapter to stop an issue causing the player train not to spawn. Burn in a line. Fixed a visual issue causing a gray box to appear on the underside of the ZA tank wagon. Expert DB BR101 and IC Stewardwagen. Coming from the TSG team, we also have a large range of improvements to support the DBBR Expert 101 and IC Stewardwagen add-on, which we've detailed into sections below. Added Virtual Conductor Beta. This feature can be activated/deactivated by the player in the Simulation Control menu. If enabled, the virtual conductor closes the passenger doors when the scheduled departure time is reached. An on-screen ZP9 signal indicates that you are ready to depart. Fix PZB500HZ non-restrictive monitoring being able to have a flashing mode indicator. Fix PZB500HZ restrictive monitoring not being displayed. Added a notch past the release position of the electric brake lever for decoupling the two brake levers' movement. Fixed an issue that caused problems with the door control shortcuts from the tab menu or keyboard when the leading loco is flipped. Reworked adhesion simulation. The level of adhesion now depends on precipitation, temperature, and season leaf fall and will vary with time and location. This simulation is present on both the locomotive and all coaches, with each axle in the formation having successively higher adhesion due to being less contaminated. Simulated the brake pipe inlet between the distributor and distributor cutoff valve having non-zero volume prevents the pressure from instantly dropping to zero if the cutoff valve is closed. Tweak sanding fade rate to be more realistic. Fix some mistakes in the brake blending logic handling of disabled traction motors. Added a feature that automatically presets the train to a shutdown state if the internal service name ends in /begin shutdown. Added automatic shutdown menu. This menu can quickly get the loco or the entire formation into a cold and dark state on command. Added throttle behavior config menu BPM and BDZF only. Added toggle for the beta virtual conductor. Added an expert profile. This profile saves a few settings between game sessions such as the chaos factor, the BPM and BDZF throttle behavior, and the virtual conductor activation. GSMR. Updated GSMR D cell towers. Added support for Mannheim Kaiserslautern. Added support for Frankfurt Wiesbaden and all paths available on Frankfurt S-Bahn, S1, S8, and S9. Fixed incorrect 1300 redirect at Fulda. Fixed malformed 1300 redirect around Dresden by Schaffsplatz. Added magic cell towers for GSMR NL. Improved usability with scenarios. Implement ability to override the time to connect for iron calls. Fix GSMR call DTMF menu closing when changing cameras. Fix GSMR call DTMF menu appearing during the dialing or ringing state after a call terminated with the DTMF menu still open. Added widget side support for more GSMR networks. Change GSMR message when pressing on the emergency call hard E under PGSM from function nicht verfügbar to nicht unterstützt following new references. Fix wonkiness that occurs when you call yourself on the GSMR. Improved group call register behavior. Removed ability to start an emergency call while another emergency call is ongoing via the hard key. Made GSMR more modable by adding a field for defining additional text graphics for contacts and TOCs in the SIM card. eBoola. Added eBoola bit eBoola card Einstecken page. Remove different shade of blue for the eBoola window title bars in dark mode. Fix global eBoola keys not working on the simulation control page while the chaos factor adjustment window is open. Audio. Fixed LZB Schnar not playing when G illuminates prior to target speed change. Fixed LZB Schnar incorrectly playing while LZB transmission fault. LZB Schnar now loops correctly 1.08 sound, 0.92 silence. Expert DB BR101 loco. Added new hash Einziganders livery. Added livery designer option for BR101 Expert MFD. Simulation. Fixed LSS 31F40 not producing a fault message. Made AFB start charging the DC link capacitor if LZB is about to break for a break curve. This also has corresponding states in the AFB page. Made main reservoir cutout solenoid valve. A possible fault requires opening the bypass valve. Change main reservoir pressure readings to measure the pressure of the internal main reservoir line rather than directly on the main reservoir, as per the prototype. Fixed a bug and semigraph of the distributor cutoff valve that made it non-functioning. Tweak control reservoir filling/venting rates to more realistic values. Tweak parking brake cylinder piston area to achieve realistic brake force. Fixed a bug that caused both pantographs to raise when first raising a pantograph from a parked state. Fixed an issue where energy counter did not reset if battery was cycled. Fixed a mistake in the ASG current effort logic that made the transition rate much lower than intended when the current effort difference to the target effort is below a threshold order of magnitude too low. Updated door control to new standards for German passenger stock when controlling non-expert coaches. Fixed LZB dark signals appearing while LZB was disabled in the Expert DR101. Machine room. Fixed earthing switch rotation. Fixed an array of texture-related issues. Edited distributor release valve animation. Added texture to gauge 44. Added texture to panto gauges. Added machine room door handle animation. Fixed battery needle on AI trains. Added machine room door handle animation. Tweaked machine room door handle shape and textures. Exterior. Fixed an issue with LOD material assignments. This most notably fixes colored wheels when looking at a livery designer reskin Expert BR101 from a distance. Fixed inappropriate taillight indication when both cabs' taillights were enabled. Improved level of detail model. Multifunction displays. Added WV extern MTD page. Added W Superschlup Vanfot MTD page. Added W Superschlup MTD page. Added W Bevo MTD page. Added W Bedienthilfen MTD page. Added W AFB MTD page. Added W Superschlup Pilot MTD page. Added W Lockschutz MTD page. Added W SAW/HS MTD page. Added W ZSG SAW/ISWERT MTD page. Added W ASG MTD page. Added W Brems MTD page. Added W FGM function and MTD page. Added W LZB Meldingen 1 MTD page. Added W Sol/ISWERT adhesion MTD page. Added W Sturm MTD page. Added W V/BWERT MTD page. Added W Bevo diverse element MTD page. Added W Funker MTD page. Added W Lusting MTD page. Added W Diagnose MTD page. Added W MGB MTD page. Added W Shelteret MTD page. Added W DW MTD page. Added SR Test MTD page. Fixed HBUs being displayed as running on Hopdate in MTDW page when the MCB is open. Fixed no ASG traction lock being displayed on Hopdate in MTDW page when ZK isn't precharged. Updated function sproof engine page to be more accurate to the prototype. Improved MTD dark mode look. Added missing weekday display on MTD analog clock. Added pixel screen material. All screens are now sharper, and you can see individual pixels when getting up close. Changed visuals of checkboxes on MTD entered page to match real life. Made the OS label in the bottom right of the MTD entered page functional. It now displays the state of the current selected ASG. Fix some delimiter graphics not adhering to dark mode on the MTD Grunbild and Z/BR pages. Fixed incorrect color display of the WMTD page's refresh indicator when changing contrast with the right timing. Fix KWH counters being culture dependent. The zero key on the functions proof engine page now leads to the Grunbild instead of the ZUGBC page. Removed white flash while the MFD screen is loading. Fixed Etcetera's MTD layout/design not working with Etcetera's child RVMs. Change W Hopdate and odometer to estimate a distance from the timetable date plus the player's driven distance. Audio. Added Notbremse cowl. Marginally improved exterior horn audio. Fix local audio sometimes switching to exterior sounds when meeting with another expert BR101 while driving. Fix cab door plus machine room sound mix applying in the back cab when only opening the machine room door without any cab door or window. IC Steuerwagen in coaches. Added NBU umlaut test button. Added main reservoir continuity test button. Changed CFA pedal logic to use ground speed rather than average rail speed prevents pedal getting released and then pressed again if wheels slide. Tweak the control reservoir venting rate when using distributor release, and control reservoir/auxiliary reservoir filling times when distributor cutoff is open. Significantly rework the air brake physics of the BPM-MB-DZF cab car, AMS, and BPM-MZ coaches to achieve realistic brake force approximately 20% higher than previous in full service and prototypical deceleration rates for each step of the driver's brake valve based on real-world brake tests. Increase the magnetic track brake force to achieve prototypical stopping distances in emergency. Fix stuck brakes due to control reservoir pressure not falling quickly enough if tuned to realistic filling rates only relevant if player uses the quick release setting without up enabled. Tweak BPM and BDZF cab car suspension to achieve less excessive bounces when going over gaps and less exaggerated drops/bounces when magnetic track brakes apply. Fixed incorrect glass material interior glass instead of exterior glass on the BPM and BDZF. Rain and snow will now show up on the exterior windows. Remove view screen prompt above the BPM and BDZF second man seat. Added front-end vehicle thumbnails to AMS and BPM and Z Scene Information Designer. Audio. Disable external door close and PZB alert sounds for AI trains. Fix cross plug-in reference for cab car's door close alert sound. Added emergency brake alarm sound. New glass door audio for BPM and BDZF passenger room. Edited compartment door audio to sync better with animation. Fix missing audio on select passenger area doors. Scenarios/tutorials. Added expert timetable for Felsisch-Lewigsbahn, Mannheim-Kaiserslautern. Fix several issues with mismatched levers and tasks in the expert tutorial. Fixed a bug that would cause the expert tutorial to not be completable if reverser is removed before reverser is set to 0. Fixed a bug with the start electric train supply objective in the touchdown scenario which caused it to not be completable. Prevented cheating in empty pipe scenario by preventing cutting in the brakes and getting better than intended brake performance.